Alright, how's it going? Welcome to a brand new episode. My name is Macbearded. We are going to be going checking into a little bit more into the features that are going to be coming in Football Manager 21. If you do not know, Football Manager 21 beta is coming around the corner, and Football Manager 21 is coming on November the 24th, which is going to be quite interesting to see. But obviously, they back in October, they had a 1-minute trailer out, and then soon after that, they had all these features coming out. And you know, I didn't do a video back then, but I thought since it's coming closer to the time, we should quickly do a summarize of what's going to be happening in Manager that they have additionally added, which is going to be different to FM20. And so let's get into this. First thing that was mentioned was within the interaction. So they had a feature about interaction. They were saying how they were trying to improve it, make it a bit better. One thing I noticed from it, which I thought was quite interesting and something that I would like to see how this works in this game, is they were going to add they're developing, or like they're going to be adding, is gestures. I thought this would be quite cool to see how it would affect in your quick chats, in your conversation with people, like with the media, with the press, with players, with the team, such things, in team talks and such things. It would be kind of cool to see how this comes into being. Will it make a great effect to it, or will it make a minimal effect in reaction, which I thought would be quite good to see. Obviously they're adding like greetings from the interaction images and such things. It looked like they were having like wide arms, beckon with hand, wave and nod. I think I remember it saying in the Matchday section there was like throwing a bottle, because they were mentioning an example being throwing a bottle, which I thought was kind of interesting. I thought this would be kind of something cool, and it'll be definitely interesting to see how it goes into being. Also, they have added is a 3D background onto certain things, like if you're having a one-to-one meeting with players, or even like with the press, you know, you would have that background on that, so it would make you feel immersed. Also, like a quick note, there was one like side thing which I thought was quite good to mention, is when you do a face-to-face conversation with the players, you can also have like the assistant manager, coach, or director of football, you know, with you in that meeting to have a conversation. But the one thing I want to see is they mentioned the fact that it will not, the conversation will not be on a separate window now. It will be just like on top of the screen that you're on, that you click it, so then you don't have to go away from the main screen, which I'd be interested to see how it is. It was kind of like similar to this, which is, to me, would be kind of fascinating to see how that looks. So within Matchday, they were mentioning how they're going to be upgrading things. They're going to make it more improvements, make it more you feeling more immersed, more modernized, more like you feel like it's more realistic. They were mentioning how they were like improving some of the upgrades. They were upgrading some of the aspects. One that was specifically interesting to me was the animation side of the 3D pitch and stuff. And there was another one where it talks about XG, which we'll go into in a minute. So one thing I thought was kind of cool was also team talks. You get to have it in a desk room with all the players right around, then just like on a line. Quick chat in the middle, all the players around, and it looks like you're in the dressing room, which I thought was kind of cool. And the animation side, they were mentioning how they were going to have big improvements to the game, where they're going to have casting shadow, lighting improvement, revamped models on Manager and new gens pieces. They're going to have a more cleaner animation of player movement, so then you don't see it sliding too early, sliding too late, or anything that looks a little bit out of the ordinary. So it looks much more smoother. They were also going to be adding a couple of new camera types, one being the crane, another one being a seated camera, and one being steady camera, which I would like to see how they look, and see what they look like. Another thing I thought would be, but I thought this would be kind of cool to see the fact that what it looks like, but I'm still like, I would still want is a player camera and a manager camera, which I think would be kind of cool, or even a dugout one, which I thought would be kind of cool, because to me would be more in the content creator point of view than a manager point of view, but I mean that's a preference for me. Another thing that we were talking about earlier, I was talking about XG. So this is a new thing they've added. XG is basically about expected goals. So it is to measure the quality of a shot based on several variables such as assist type, shot angles, every such things, every analysis data they take into account on this, which I think is quite interesting to see and quite good. Here is a picture of it. I thought this was quite cool because it was showing the amount of minutes, how many chances you were having. I would think to me it was like showing the amount of chances, how many better rate you were doing than the opposite team was and such things. So it'd be kind of cool to see how that comes into being. I am quite fascinated to see how that goes. It will be interesting if this helps people improve. But I mean, you know, there is something to look forward to. We're going through interaction and the match day. Now we're about to go through a little bit on recruitment. Obviously, they have added something new to the recruitment where they've added the recruitment meetings, which allows you to have basically to get together with scouts and stuff. I think it's manager, director manager, assistant manager and chief of scout. You get together, you get to decide where you need to improve your squad, where you need player positions, what positions they need to be playing and such things, like say for instance you need a defender, a right back and such things and all that. And they will have this discussion with you. They can also advise you what things you're looking for as well. And that means it allows you in the market to be more towards looking for certain players than just looking around and just looking at every various types, which to me looks like it's to me it looks kind of interesting. To me that looks kind of cool. To see the fact that you can actually do that. That means it allows people to not spend so much time on scouting all the time, and it allows them to just like pinpoint to certain things. Like say for instance you're looking for left fullbacks, you can pinpoint to those and that's all you could be looking at in your inbox. They did mention that there is going to be a new recruitment role, which will be interesting to see how this will affect towards so obviously they have analysis, so they have one for recruitment and one for match, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes into being and will it make any sense. They also mentioned in this side of the recruitment page that there will be a more realistic market and there could be a in-game COVID effect coming into it. Whether it's going to be, it'll be interesting to see how that effect does. I always wonder if that would have a big fluctuation in the price in the market, or is that going to make more reasonable prices? It'll be interesting to see how that goes. Though then, if they're actually having a in-game COVID effect, it would be kind of interesting to see if they would have players getting a COVID-19 in there, or will there be ways where you might end up having a player ill and they might be out for 2 weeks, so you might not have them, and would it be a widespread or like a small one where like you might lose your whole first team or you might lose a bunch of players, and it'll be interesting to see. Could might force people to actually play younger players, who knows. They also mention how you could see agents come more into it because you can ask agents about availability on to speak to the players and see if they would want to come to your club and such, which I think will be it'll be interesting. I would wonder if would you get all the players by doing that more, or we'll still have to go through the club kind of thing. You would still have to try and get it through club. It's just an extra agent can actually, but then agent could possibly help. Then thing would be is would you have to pay agent more? That's a question. I would like to see. But other than that, it's an interesting. The recruitment side would be it looks kind of interesting. I would definitely say that would be the biggest point on that one. Obviously, this is the last kind of feature. There is another one, but this is going in depth of more something else. This is the last feature of being end of the season. So in the end of the season, they have revamped it. They have made it where it will be a bit more different. Obviously, when you win a trophy, you just get yourself on the pitch. It just goes round in a circle and stuff. This time around, they've added a cutscene where you can celebrate, and in style where you can actually see a bit better. Where you can also, I suppose, in a way, you will get to see the podium, confettis, trophy, people watching you, everything a bit more better, and yeah, it looks kind of interesting. It'll be interesting to see. It does add a new freshness to the game and a new freshness to winning titles and success, so it'd be kind of cool if it's a little bit different in all the trophies, which would be interesting to see. Also, they've added is end of season review revamp. So obviously beforehand, when they had an end of season review, you just get like a email and it shows it there kind of thing, just all in like text. So this time they've made it more digestible and more interesting to look at, so people don't have to see so much text, but also you can see it in a much better manner, which is kind of good and interesting to see. A couple of days ago they did a recent post on the website, which is called the Match Engine AI in FM. It was basically to go on into more specific. In the game, they have improved the AI, so the decision making will be improved a bit more, defense awareness will be a bit more better, central play will be much more, and goalkeeper intelligence will be much better than before. Obviously, previously there was a lot of issues with such these few of these things, and it didn't look as smooth. Obviously, I've experienced myself where the goalkeeper does weird ass things, or it doesn't. It's like something that seems like he could possibly save it or even get the ball, but then it seems to not get it, and it looks very confusing in a 3D aspect. Though if you were looking into the aspect, it probably looks more sensible. But no, that's everything that we've gone into. That is probably all the features that were probably bigger highlights of there is other highlights, other features and such things, or other little improvements they've made, but this is more like the big ones that are on it. That I feel, how would you feel about the, comment below what you feel about with the new features. I would like to hear what you all think. Anyway, overall, I'm intrigued to see how it is. I'm intrigued to see how the beta goes, how the game goes. This might even let me know where the game is going, and even see if there is a very, very solid or good future for the game. But no, I'm looking forward to it. But no, I hope you enjoy your day. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about the features, or if there's something you would like to see that could be done or talked about a bit more, then let me know. And I'll catch us later. See you next time. Remember to stay safe, and yeah, see ya. Bye. Yo, what's going